Urgent Dodgers update. The bullpen is running on fumes, and the Dodgers just made a major move. After a wild 13-inning showdown with the Mets, LA is calling up Bobby Miller from AAA in a bold response to their pitching crisis. With Blake Snell and Tyler Glasnow still sidelined, Miller's return could be the game-changer the Dodgers desperately need. But can he handle the pressure and deliver when it matters most? This isn't just a routine call-up, it could shift the entire season. Smash that like button and stay locked in for everything Dodgers. You won't want to miss this. Before we dive into this high-stakes story, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the biggest and most shocking developments across the major leagues. This one's a wild ride, so buckle up because we're talking about the Dodgers making an emergency move that could define their entire season. In a season that's already been marked by heart-pounding moments and unforeseen setbacks, the Los Angeles Dodgers are once again in the thick of it. Just hours after enduring an absolutely brutal 13-inning showdown against the New York Mets, an epic that pushed their bullpen to its absolute breaking point, the Dodgers had no choice but to make a crucial move. This wasn't just any roster tweak. This was an emergency call-up. A life raft thrown in the middle of a stormy sea. And the name on that life raft? Bobby Miller. The young right-handed pitcher who's been through his own storm lately is back, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The Dodgers summoned Bobby Miller from AAA Oklahoma City with the kind of urgency that screams desperation. You don't just yank a pitcher from the minors unless your team is dangling by a thread. And make no mistake about it, that's where the Dodgers were. Coming off a 13-inning grind where every single arm in the bullpen was tested, where players were gassed, the need for fresh arms was beyond critical. You could feel the fatigue just by watching them drag through the later innings. This wasn't just about rest, it was about survival. And with 19 games scheduled over a 20-day stretch, there's absolutely no room to breathe. This team is hurtling through a gauntlet that demands depth, resilience, and a whole lot of heart. Now enter Bobby Miller. A name Dodgers fans know. A guy with raw talent, big league potential, and a story that's already loaded with drama. Rewind back to spring training, when Miller's season took a brutal turn. A screaming line drive nailed him in the head, resulting in a concussion that sidelined him and cast serious doubts on when or if he'd be back. That kind of injury doesn't just test a player's physical health. It tests their mental toughness, their will to grind back. But Miller? He didn't just sit back and wait. He went to work. Slowly, methodically, step by step, rebuilding his way back to form. And now, the Dodgers are rolling the dice on his return. His last stint in the majors this season wasn't exactly smooth sailing. It came with ups and downs, flashes of brilliance wrapped in inconsistency. But the Dodgers aren't asking for perfection right now. They're asking for guts. They're asking for innings. They're asking for someone who can grab the ball, toe the rubber, and fight like hell. And they believe Bobby Miller is ready to answer that call. You have to understand what's at stake here. This isn't just a mid-season game against a random opponent. This is a critical moment in a brutally compressed schedule. A time when injuries have ripped through the pitching staff like a hurricane. Blake Snell? Still out. Tyler Glasnow? Still nursing his way back. That's two massive arms missing in action. Two elite pitchers who were supposed to anchor this rotation. So when you strip those names out of the lineup, the pressure shifts to the next man up. And today, that man is Bobby Miller. It's not just about innings anymore. It's about momentum. It's about keeping the team from spiraling into a tailspin during one of the most unforgiving stretches of the season. Every game matters. Every pitch has weight. And for a team like the Dodgers with championship aspirations, sky-high expectations, and one of the most dedicated fan bases in the league, failure is not an option. What makes Miller's call-up even more intriguing is the emotional weight behind it. Imagine going from a hospital bed to the big leagues in just a few months. Imagine rehabbing day after day, watching your teammates battle from the sidelines, knowing that the only way back is to prove you still belong. And now, he gets that shot. This isn't just a baseball story. This is a comeback. A redemption arc. A young pitcher standing at the crossroads of his career with a chance to rewrite the narrative. The Dodgers coaching staff is taking a calculated risk here. They know Miller has the heat. His fastball can touch upper 90s. His slider can bite. But can he control it under pressure? Can he command the zone when the lights are bright and the bullpen is bone dry? That's the real question. And in baseball, answers don't come easy. You've got to earn them pitch by pitch. Of course, this move also sends ripples through the rest of the roster. The bullpen, already threadbare, may get some relief, but what happens if Miller struggles? What if he can't go deep into games? Will the Dodgers have to scramble again? Will they be forced to dig even deeper into their farm system? These are the questions that keep managers up at night. Because when you're dealing with a rotation in flux and a calendar that refuses to slow down, every misstep can cost you dearly. But there's also a flip side. What if Bobby Miller shines? What if this call-up becomes the spark that steadies the Dodgers in the midst of chaos? What if Miller finds his groove and locks into the kind of rhythm that makes him not just a fill-in but a force? That's the kind of outcome that could change the season. That's the kind of comeback that inspires teammates, fans, and even front office executives who made the call to bring him back. For Miller, this is more than just another shot. It's a career-defining moment. He's no longer the prospect recovering from injury. He's the guy they're depending on to help carry the load. And that weight? It's heavy. But greatness is born in pressure. And if Miller can step up, if he can harness his talent and channel it into dominance on the mound, the Dodgers might just survive this punishing stretch with their postseason hopes intact. And we can't forget the locker room factor. Baseball isn't just about stats and matchups. It's about chemistry. It's about the vibe in that clubhouse. And nothing energizes a team quite like seeing a teammate bounce back from adversity. Miller's return isn't just a physical boost, it's an emotional jolt. A reminder that no matter how battered the roster gets, there's always someone ready to fight. That kind of grit? That's contagious. Don't sleep on this. Watch every pitch, follow every outing, and stay locked in because this Dodgers team is writing one hell of a chapter. And Miller might just be the main character. If you're pumped to see how this unfolds and want more high-stakes MLB updates like this, be sure to like this video and smash that subscribe button. We've got you covered with every twist, every call-up, every shocking trade, and every storyline that keeps this league electric. Stick with us for more, and we'll see you in the next one.